After a failed print, I didn't think I was gonna get this case printed, but after some trial and error, I got it all put together and it came out absolutely fantastic. I'm really happy with the way it looks, and the temps are absolutely insane. It's kind of weird putting together, so let's check out how it goes together and then we'll do some benchmarks on it. One of the things we need to do before we can assemble the case, in order to put these mesh panels on, they screw in, we'll need to put these little brass inserts in. So they're gonna go here and then we can screw the panels on. I'm gonna be using my soldering iron, and they should just insert in right there like that. I don't think it's quite hot yet. There we go. There's approximately 16, I think, of them. So we'll go ahead and we'll get all those put in. All right, all the brass inserts are in. So we can go ahead and mount the PSU inside this one. If I continue to do projects that require brass inserts, I think it'll be time to buy a better soldering iron. The screws that came with the PSU were not quite long enough, but luckily I had some laying around that I could get to fit. Now what I'd like to do, I 3D printed this fan shroud. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna slide over my board and block off some of the air. My original video, I said I'd be pushing air through it so it comes out the sides, but I don't think there's enough airflow for it. So I think we're gonna have it exhaust air out, and we're gonna see how that goes first. And then maybe we'll try both, but for right now, we're gonna exhaust air out. So we're gonna mount the fan to the bracket. Fan is mounted to the bracket. So what we can do now is we're gonna take our board, and this slides over it like this. All right, what that should do is that should guide the air through the spots we need it. If nothing else, it'll help hold the fan into place. Now we're gonna take our board, stick it in the half side of the case. Now we're gonna take it in our board, stick it in the half side of the case that the PSU is already in. There's a rail slot that it goes into here. All right, we got the board in there. I had to adjust the fan a little bit. Everything on this case has a very low tolerance, so if anything's off by just even a couple millimeters, it doesn't want to slide together. So, because the friction's kind of what holds most of it together. There are some rails in there. All right, the fun part, it's not too bad. I think I am gonna end up cutting some of these cables off. The case should, oh, I got this in the wrong spot, that's why. Slide together. I'm gonna leave the struggles in here because every other video I saw, this case just slid right together. I don't know if I'm just that terrible at it or they're much better at editing than I am. All right, so these had to be printed in two halves because it doesn't fit on my print bed. And then you got these locking keys. They go here that definitely do not look like any male anatomy. I've got some screws for it, and when they screw together, this is kind of what holds the case together, the two pieces. I've got side covers, and this one is a foot stand, so it can sit upright kind of how it is, except it'll be on the other side because I want the power button on the top. It can go on either side. I'm just choosing to put the power button at the top. There we have it. It's all put together. The power button up top. I just realized that I was going to switch out the SSD for another one, so off camera another time I'll have to take it all back apart. But there it is. Let's get it plugged in and test it out. For you guys that can't see, I've got air in here. That's pretty good. I have the settings at 1080p low.
Are you very far away?
And I don't even have it, oh, don't go that way, Aaron. I don't even have it overclocked yet, so we're very playable. Dips below 50 sometimes. But overall, it stays around 60 FPS, but 73 degrees is really good for the GPU, 75 for the CPU. That's still really good in gaming. Let's get Helldivers 2 going, and we'll adjust the settings. Helldivers 2, 1080p, low settings. We've been playing a lot of games for a while. Ooh, this one's getting to 82 FPS right now. And we're only at 73 degrees on the GPU and 76 on the CPU. I always load in this game in like the worst spot with no help. So I'm sure you guys think I'm terrible, which I really am terrible, but I'm not as terrible as it seems. All right, we're trying to play Arc Raiders. I was loading into the game and it restarted. Temps are all good and everything, so I'm not sure what happened. All right, we are at 1080p, low settings. I did get the warning that the graphics card doesn't meet the minimum requirements, but I mean, it seems to be okay so far. I mean, it's bouncing between 56 to 80 FPS. All right, when you get in the more populated area, it loads everything, and it did dip to 50, but it's still not too bad. It's very playable. If you're a competitive player, it's probably not going to be the frames you want, but if you just want to play on the couch...
I'm looking for you, Daddy.
Yes, buddy. If you just want to sit on the couch and play some games, I think it's fantastic. You can probably hear the fans. They're going absolutely insane, but I have not adjusted anything. Well, guys, there you have it. The temp stayed fantastic. I didn't even overclock, and FPS wasn't bad at all. Do you guys think this is an ultimate couch gaming PC? Let me know down in the comments below. I think next video I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swap out the PSU fan. I've already got one on the way. I'm going to do some overclocking, and I'm going to work on the fan curves, trying to get the noise down. I might even swap out the main fan for a Noctua. But be sure to subscribe and check back and see what we got next in line for it.
Tired dad tech, yeah, you know my lane. PC on fire, but the bills still paid. Home lab running while the kids go crazy. Still building heat like how you do that, baby. From the desk to the couch, we don't ever slack. That's dad life tech, put the title on that. Yeah, Tired dad tech. Real life, real builds, run it back.